Hello class. In this video I'm just going to show you something that's pretty easy. It's just setting up shadows in Revit, because my ultimate goal with the class that this video is focused for is for creating renderings. And for renderings you often want shadows, which we'll take care of when we actually do the rendering, and I'll show that in a follow-up video. But I'd like to set my shadows up first, or getting a good position before I do the main rendering stuff so I can see it. And so what I'll do is, no matter what your face style is here, that doesn't really matter, but I'm going to turn on my shadows. And you can see in this case, this is a very bad position for shadows. The house is essentially all in shadow. And yeah, I could render this view, but when I spend all the time rendering it, it's just going to come out dark and ugly. And so fixing it now is a good time to do it. So the first step really is to click this button to turn on your shadow so I can see the changes as I apply. And then I want to come in and open up my sun path. So I'm going to click here and open sun settings. And it's going to bring up this dialog box over here. And there's different ways you can play. There's I would say for rendering there's no exactly one right way that you need to do. So if I went to top left, I could hit this and then say apply, and now the shadows are coming, from my top left, which is not bad. That's certainly an easy way to do it. You can also look at it I like looking at it from a single day perspective. So if I hit single day, this will be 1/30/2019 at 2:38, which is the current date and time that I'm filming this. Or I can just change the date. Oftentimes, January the sun's so low, so I might want to go to May or June or something like that. Pick any old day, and then hit apply. Actually, I had no idea what would happen, so that actually does not necessarily work for me. But perhaps changing the time of day could also. That's getting darker, so I should have probably tested this before, checking. There's so much. Let's see what happens if I shoot this in the morning. Yeah, so there. If I go in the morning, I start to get a better look of shadows. Maybe that's too early. So just spend some time getting the shadows. It's okay. I know it sort of seems like it's taking a long time, but the reality this has only been a minute so far, and so spending a good 1 to 5 minutes getting an ideal shadow location will really help your rendering, and it's totally worth it. So I'm just trying to make the shadows a little bit deeper so I can see them. So I'm just experimenting again with sort of changing the hour and trying to get some shadows here. And I'm going to say that's good enough for this rendering. And you can decide what you want to, and then when you're happy with it, you just say OK. And there's your shadows, and these shadows will carry through the rendering. But I'll show that step in another video. So we'll end this one here.